Come on in, make yourselves comfortable. Welcome. Happy, I guess it's still Thursday for some. Maybe it's early Friday for others, but welcome. Happy Friday. Come on in, make yourselves comfortable. Welcome, supporters, haters, followers, Bitcoiners, Bitcoin supporters, Bitcoin negators. Everybody's welcome here. Everyone's welcome. We don't close the door on anyone. All right. Okay, guys. I think some of you who have been attending some of my spontaneous live sessions here, you realize that for whatever reason, I just don't see all of your comments, but still keep trying. And I do see some of your comments. I do see some of your comments. So, and I'm hoping that's all of them. But if I don't really get to you, it's largely because I don't see your comments for whatever reason. But I am getting some comments, so that's really great. I like to engage with my listeners here. Listen, today, very briefly, I want to try to keep this briefer than I normally do. But I did something with my Bitcoiners, and I really don't like that term because I can't have my Bitcoiners. But Bitcoiners that have been with me since 2019, Bitcoiners that dove into Bitcoin for the first time in March of 2020 with me. We did it as a group. We did it together. When I say my Bitcoiners, I'm talking about people who have been with me throughout the entire last cycle, the ups, the downs, and everything. And we do meet periodically, and we go over very integral things. We deepen our knowledge about Bitcoin together. We grow together. We walk the Bitcoin journey and the Bitcoin life together. And so that's really what I affectionately refer to as my Bitcoiners. Now, I recently, a few days ago, we had another 2-3 hour powwow. And during a part of our talk together, I covered something that I want to share here because someone mentioned that gold was performing extraordinarily well, and while Bitcoin was largely flat. And they wanted at least an understanding from my point of view, why that's the case. If both of them, if Bitcoin is largely referred to as digital gold, shouldn't they be performing sort of in sync with each other? And the answer is really no. And one of the things that I talked about was how this cycle is just simply repeating the last cycle. And I will tell you, people, I've been trading markets for 4 decades, and I've never come across an asset that is so transparent, so open, so clear in terms of its cycles, its patterns. It's uncanny, and it's wonderful. It's marvelous because for the first time, there is something that truly deserves the term or the title certain. We've never had certainty in financial markets. We've never had certainty in fiat currencies. We've never had certainty in the political realm. We've never had certainty in the banking realm, the financial realm, the stock market realm, the bond realm, the interest rate realm, the central bank realm. We've never had certainty until Bitcoin came on the scene. So what I want to do is share with you how Bitcoin is doing nothing more than repeating the same cycle. It's like watching the same movie, and gold is doing what it's supposed to do before Bitcoin blasts off. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to have to go to some charts here, and I will do that. That's not right. Give me a second. I'm going to share my screen, and I will bring up the I will bring up here. We don't need that. I'll bring up a weekly. This is a weekly chart of gold. Obviously, every bar represents one full week of trading. And the time frame, or the span of time that you're viewing here is, I don't know if you can see this. This is 2018 over here, all the way through. Now, the period of time that I want you to look at is really, I want you to look at 2019 into the latter part of 2020. So let's look at gold. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to take this marker here, and we're going to go 2019. Let's go May 2019 or so. And you see that's really not the thing I should use. Let's use an arrow, or we can use a marker. A second here, highlighter. Boom. Okay. So in reality, let's just look at July to July. Okay. Now look very carefully. I don't know if you can see it. We're talking about one full year, July of 2019, more or less, to July or so of August or so of 2020. Now look at what gold was doing last cycle. Now remember, last cycle, 2020 was the last halving year. We are in the next halving year, 2024. So we're going back the July before the 2020 halving year into the halving year. Okay, very important time frame. The July before the halving year into the halving year. And as you see here, the July before the halving year into July, August of the halving year, gold is rocking. Gold is rocking. It's moving to the upside with consistency. It's moving to the upside like a champ. All right. Now, if we go back and we look at Bitcoin during this same period of time, what will you see? Let's take a look. July to July, same period. Remember, July 2019 to July, August of 2020. What do you see? You see this? This is the same period that gold is kicking Bitcoin's ass. Do you understand? It's rocking consistently to the upside. It's making higher highs and higher lows. It's outpacing Bitcoin. The same period last cycle. And this is a repetitive cycle between gold and Bitcoin. Gold leads the explosion to the upside every single time. Every single time. I've done the work for you. But at a certain point, and it's usually a month or so before the US presidential election, every 4 years, gold passes the baton to Bitcoin. Gold passes the baton to Bitcoin. It's a freaking senior citizen. It can't run the full race. It's 6,000 years old. Bitcoin's 15 years old. It kicks off the race, but it's freaking 95-year-old senior citizen says, I'm taking it as far as I can go. Take it. And it passes the freaking Bitcoin. It passes the freaking baton to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin says, don't worry. You're done all right. Take a rest, take a nap, go to bed, change your depends or whatever it is you do. All right, I've got this. And boom, off to the races like a freaking bat out of hell. Look. So if you look here, right, look at, my goodness, what happens. Look at what happens. October of that same year. And if you look carefully, you'll see that this went sideways right into October. That's about a couple of weeks before the presidential election. Every single time, boom, off to the races. And Bitcoin never looked back. Now, if we go back to gold, once gold passed the baton to Bitcoin, if we go back, okay, if we go back, let's go back. After gold passes the baton, look at what freaking gold does after it passes the baton. Here's the baton passing. Do you see it? Do you see the baton passing right there? I can't go anymore. I can't. And it passes the baton and it goes to bed. This is a repetitive thing over and over and over again. And each and every time, people, that the gold bugs, the gold people are in gold, enjoying that run, only to see that run peter out and Bitcoin take it to levels unimagined, a bigger percentage leave gold and go to Bitcoin permanently. Every single cycle. Bitcoin is demonetizing gold. I'm not talking about the part of gold's adoption that's used in things like electronics and some people's dentistry practices and that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is where people, it's demonetizing the percentage of gold's valuation that is associated with store value. And so every single time, every single 4 years, gold fails to do what Bitcoin does over the cycle. A larger and larger percentage of gold people make the switch. Now, how do I know this? How do I know this for sure? How do I know that they're really making the switch from gold to Bitcoin? Because I was one of them. You see, people, I was born into a gold bug family. My father was a gold bug. I grew up hearing about sound money my whole childhood life. I played with gold bullion and gold coins on the living room carpet as a kid. I understand that magical, marvelous feeling of holding a chunk of solid wealth in your hands. It's very different from paper. There is something magical about it. I've understood this as a child. I socked away the majority of my, what I would call my excess, since from the late 1990s, 98, 97, 98, in gold. I was one of the first purchasers of the spot Bitcoin ETF in late 1994. I was a major. You can go back to early posts on social media, and what will you see me? You can do it now. What will you see me talking about? Gold. All the way back 2007, 2006, 2007 on Facebook. I'm talking about gold. I was a gold bug. And I made the switch. A lifetime gold bug. Me, I made the switch. Do you think I'm the only one? In 2021, I converted every single ounce of gold that I have into Bitcoin. Every single one. I did this at, shoot, this was late 2020 into 2021. We're talking high 20,000s. I wish I had done it before. So I am telling you from personal experience, Bitcoin is that black hole that is sucking value out of every single asset class there is. How can it not be? It's the fastest asset class to ever reach $1 trillion in valuation in the history of the world. So of course, where is it? That value is not coming out of it's not coming out of thin air. It's coming from something. It's coming from the gold market. It's coming from the bond market. It's coming from the equity market. It's coming from the fiat currency market. You understand? It's not just, doesn't just poof in existence out of thin air. It's coming from something. And it's going there fast. How do we know? Fastest asset to reach $1 trillion in the history of the world. Fastest network to reach 100 million users in the history of the world. And it's the only one that's 100% global. Wow. That's insane. That is insane. So I think it's important to understand that we're watching the same freaking movie this year. We are watching the same movie this year. All right. We are watching. Let me get this out. Let me show this to you. So let me show this to you here. Let's do it again. So we are. If we go to now, let's do July, more or less. Well, we can do, just take a look at how gold has been rocking. This is August, July, August, October, September, October of 2023. So in the same way, we went to 2019, the year before the Bitcoin halving of 2020. We're going to the year before this year, 2024, Bitcoin halving. And we see that's when the bullish times start again for gold. Same movie, same actors, same scenes, same plot, same freaking script. Now, if we take a look at Bitcoin, there is something different this time. And it's a difference in a very big positive way. You see, if we go back to that same October of last year, so remember we did the gold October. See, look at October. Let's do this again. I want this to be really clear. So here is October. Let me put an arrow there. There's October. Boom. October. And here from October, we run. Okay. Of last year, October to coming up to now, run to the upside in gold. Now, if we go to Bitcoin, and we look at October, let's do the arrow. I'll show it to you. It's crazy. October, boom. There's October. Now, what's the difference? You see, last cycle, Bitcoin was going sideways the whole time. Oh no. This time, Bitcoin's rocking with gold. Now, granted, gold, I'll do this a different color. I'll do this one a different color. Let's see. Gold is sort of continuing to rock. There's that small outperformance, and Bitcoin is now sideways since the first quarter of the year. But you'll see that as we approach October, right before presidential election time, gold is going to pass the baton to Bitcoin. There's the passing. All right. And Bitcoin's going to take this to the moon. And gold's going to do this. That's the flippening. That's the crossing that happens every single freaking cycle. So I wanted to kind of demonstrate that and show that to you because, I know a lot of gold bugs are happy and I'm happy for them. I can't not have a soft spot for the gold bugs, although I do give them a hard time. It's just my style, but I do have a soft spot for them because I was a gold bug my entire life. There is nothing any of these gold bugs can tell me about gold. First of all, the vast majority of them don't even have gold. The vast majority of gold bugs you see on Bitcoin Twitter trying to give Bitcoiners a hard time, they don't even own gold. They might have a couple dollars in a gold ETF. That's not gold. They've probably never seen real gold in their entire lives, yet they're keyboard warriors. Yeah, but gold is real. It's physical. It's physical, Oliver. I can hold it. I can touch it. They probably never touch gold themselves. And they're always saying, at least you can use gold. You can't use Bitcoin. I'm like, tell me the last time you've seen somebody using gold. I will wait. Not too long because I will have to wait for an eternity. But just to drive the point home, I will wait. When's the last time you've seen real gold? Never in your life. Okay, next question. When's the last time you've seen someone else with their gold, interacting with their gold? I will wait. Never. When's the last time you've seen someone in a store purchasing something with gold? I will wait. Not so long. Never. When's the last time you've seen people exchanging gold amongst themselves? I'll wait. Never. What are you talking about that you can use it? Most of the world's gold, nobody knows where it is. Most of the gold is locked somewhere. We don't even know where it is. Most of the world's gold has never been seen by human beings. Think about that. In reality, it's kind of like a big farce, right? I mean, think about this. What do they say? Let's look at this, guys. Let's look at this. Let's look at this for a second. They're saying, right, that they're saying that gold, let's do it like this. They're saying that gold is, I'll show it to you. So they're saying, guys, that gold is $17 trillion in valuation. This is the most valuable asset on earth today, gold. 17 trillion. Now, if we scroll down, you'll see that Bitcoin is coming up. It's number 10. Bitcoin is the 10th most valuable thing in the world. But let's focus on this gold a little bit here. 17 trillion. Okay. Now, I ask you people, gold has served as money for about 6,000 years. It has been mined much longer than 6,000 years. And just to give you an idea, silver has served as money for 9,000 years. So silver actually older. Okay. Silver was the old gold, and gold was the Bitcoin to silver. It took silver's freaking lunch. So gold was silver's Bitcoin. It ate its entire market. It took the entire market away from silver and became the world's money. Now, was anybody around keeping records when they were mining gold 8,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, 5,000? Anybody alive? Do we have any records? When is the last time there has been a true accounting of all the gold in the world? Like, do you think Russia's going to let somebody come in and actually count the gold they claim they have? Do you think America is going to let all the other countries in the world send a representative to verify every single freaking ounce they hold? Do you think the vaults in London and New York City, my gold was supposedly in London. I never saw it. It was in a cage. I was sent a picture of it with my name on it. But who's to say that that's not the same picture, but they just changed the name on the freaking cage and it's the same picture they send to someone else? Who knows? Who knows how much gold is above ground today? Nobody, not a single freaking human being. So where does that number come from? Where does it come from? I say it's freaking baloney. We can't trust that number. The number we can trust is Bitcoin, right down to the final freaking single Satoshi. You understand? Crazy. I appreciate that, man. Just got in from work, turned on X, and boom, who's live streaming? Oliver, you are an absolute legend. I appreciate that. Um, no, I'm leaving after 100K. I am leaving. A lot of people don't believe me, but you'll see. I'm out. I'm gone. Sorry. Okay. Any other questions here? It's a good point here. Scott saying gold miners are all shorting gold. They never hold. That's so true, right? They mine it and sell it for fiat as soon as possible. Yeah, gold miner, it's a business. And, to be fair, a lot of Bitcoin miners do the same. They have to do the same. Especially many of the publicly traded miners, although increasingly some are starting to hodl and hold. But my point is that the asset that claims that number one spot, people, that valuation is really not real. It's a made up number. You might have a gold necklace, a gold ring, a gold plated plate, or whatever. You think that's included in that number? No. Nobody has come and did an accounting in your household of all the gold in your household. So some people might say, well, Oliver, that means that it could be underestimated, right? Yeah, but I think it's overestimated. And the reason why I think it's overestimated, because you have to think about what's the incentive. Is the incentive better to overestimate the value of a country's worth or to underestimate the value of a country's worth? If the number one asset for a country is gold, if it's the purest form of value for countries, it's not paper, it's real, then a country would have a greater incentive to inflate the amount of gold they have, because they never allow anyone else outside to audit it. So this is why I'm almost certain that number is freaking inflated. It's not understated. It's freaking inflated. Test comment. Yes, Adi, I see your comment. You're good. I've got your comment there. You are good. All right. All right, guys. So, that's basically what I wanted to, guys, that's basically what I wanted to, do it like that? No, I cannot. Talk to you very briefly about here today. I just wanted to show you how that gold's pump is always before Bitcoin's mega pump. And just about around August, September, October, in that period, gold actually passes the baton, it stops pumping, and Bitcoin takes over the show. And it does it in an OMG manner. And so our time is limited here, guys. I believe that a lot of the money that has gone into gold, a portion of it will go into Bitcoin now. That's the rotation for the next leg. And you'll see gold back off while Bitcoin takes the lead. And I'm certain because I have history to back me up. All right. See me back at 1 million a coin. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. All right, guys. All right. So listen, enjoy your night, enjoy your morning, enjoy your day, wherever you are in the world. Go to work, stack harder. We've only got a few additional weeks here of this sideways movement or so, if history's any guide, and it is. And so utilize that time, guys. When this happens, you're going to feel sorry that you didn't do enough. You're going to feel sorry You're going to be disappointed with yourself that you didn't stack harder, that you didn't hit it as hard as you could have. There is still something that holds you back. And you need to look at that. Because I promise you, going into next year, you're going to regret not doing what you were supposed to do for you and your family. It's the only real thing left, guys. Dive in. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it together. All right, guys. Ciao for now.